Nate Diaz has given fans a career update, reminding everyone that even though he's been away from the UFC, he's still very much part of the fight game. Diaz has always been one of the most polarizing figures in MMA, known for his wars with Conor McGregor, his win over Anthony Pettis, and his Stockton brawler style that made him a cult icon. He shared a new video update showing he's staying active, and fans are now speculating what his next move will be, whether it's boxing, a UFC return, or another big money fight outside the promotion.
Bro, what's up?
What's going on, man? You haven't seen you in a bit. Can you tell us something about your career? When can we see you fight next?
Nobody's free, so there ain't nobody to fight. I want to fight 3 times a year, but everyone's fucking locked down. So it's a matter of time. I'm trying to fight ASAP, and then that's what's happening.
What have you been doing all this time in between fights?
Training, chilling, doing what I do.
Anybody catch your attention out there from UFC or any other boxing?
At the moment, I don't got nothing to see till it pops up in my grill. But yeah.
You want to go back to boxing or MMA? You like
both, all jiu-jitsu also. So I'm gonna do all the combat sports as much as possible till the end of time.
Sure. You heard of that White House event? Does that intrigue you at all?
100%. That's the most thing I'm looking forward to.
Tom Aspinall is putting in serious work ahead of his heavyweight clash with Cyril Gane, and a recent training video showed just how much power he's carrying into this fight. Aspinall was filmed punching a heavy bag so hard that it broke, a rare sight even among the biggest hitters in the division. This fight is critical for Aspinall as he looks to prove himself as the clear top contender in the heavyweight division. His speed and precision have always been standout tools, but with this kind of power, the matchup with Gane is looking even more explosive. Magomed Ankalaev is also in full preparation mode for UFC 320, where he'll run it back with Alex Pereira. Ankalaev shared footage of his striking training, showing non-stop intensity as he works to sharpen his tools ahead of the rematch. Their first fight was razor close, with Pereira's striking power giving Ankalaev trouble early before the Dagestani fighter adjusted. Now with a full camp focused on Pereira, Ankalaev is leaving no stone unturned, aiming to silence all doubts and walk away as champion this time. ASKREN opened up in a heartbreaking interview where he credited his wife with saving his life before what became a terrifying 45-day coma and double lung transplant. ASKREN explained that without her pushing him to get medical help when his health rapidly declined, he wouldn't be here today. The former UFC welterweight and Bellator champion was emotional as he recalled the fight for his life, but also expressed gratitude for the second chance he's been given. This story has touched the MMA community, reminding fans that behind the fight persona, ASKREN is a family man who has endured one of the toughest battles outside the cage. Dana White dropped a massive announcement confirming that the UFC's White House event is official for July 4th, 2026. White revealed the UFC will hold a historic card on the South Lawn in celebration of America's 250th anniversary, and the event will be broadcast live on CBS. He called it one of the biggest moments in UFC history, a one-of-one event that no other sport could pull off. White explained that after meeting with Donald Trump and Ivanka Trump, all logistics were cleared, including how to set up the Octagon at the White House. This is shaping up to be one of the biggest and most unique MMA spectacles ever.
I had a great day. Just about to take off here from Washington, D.C. We had the meeting at the White House. Could not have gone better. This is going to be awesome. White House fight is on. The White House fight is on. I will have more details on that in the next couple weeks. But we got it done today.
Bryan Battle explained why he missed weight for UFC 319, but then managed to make 186 pounds for Dirty Boxing 3 just days later. Battle admitted it came down to tactical errors, saying he thought cutting the weight would be easier than it was, and that it ended up being harder than expected. He laughed about the situation, joking that if he missed weight again, he would have had to go hide in the woods somewhere. Now fighting outside the UFC, Battle says he's focused on professionalism and making sure his career stays on track, starting with always hitting the scale correctly.
I'm a journalist, I gotta ask these stupid questions, so I'm just gonna say it straight up. Why did you make 186 today and not a week ago? Like, a million people were tweeting at me, I gotta ask it.
Tactical errors, you know, I thought it was gonna be easier than it was, so this time I had it in my head, and honestly, this time it was harder, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, you know, I just cut all this weight, you know, even though I missed, I still cut a pretty solid amount of weight a couple weeks ago. Then, you know, you get a fight on a week's notice, and, you know, thinking you're not going to fight for a while, and it's like, okay, well, all right, we got to buckle down and make this happen. If I would have missed weight this time, I would have had to go hide in the woods somewhere for, like, who knows how long. I would have had to disappear.
Jumping in the water behind us, bro.
Dead ass, dude, dead ass. I would have, like, I would have gone away forever, you know what I'm saying? But that's not the case. I wasn't going to allow that to be the case. That won't ever be the case ever again. You know what I'm saying? Those are struggles that are behind us now.
All right, fight fans, that's all for today's news. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on the hottest news in the world of MMA. Also, check me out on my other socials, all linked down in the description for more content. And if you want to catch up on other big news, watch this video here. YouTube thinks you would like it.